Hi, I'm Subhashni, and today I'm here to record the first session for the AI for Business course, which I'm taking at JNCMS. What I've done is I have divided the course into questions so that it's easy for us to go over all the concepts and also prepare for the exam, which is going to come at the end of the course. Let's start with the basic question, which is what is artificial intelligence? I'm sure a lot of us would be wondering about it, that what exactly is artificial intelligence, right? When we look at it really, we have two parts to the words. One is artificial. Artificial means that is not natural. So it is not born, not biological, not human. AI is built. It is built by humans, built using computers, and built using data algorithms and models. So when we say artificial, we are simply saying this intelligent is manufactured and not natural. There is nothing mystical about it. The second word in AI is intelligence, and let's understand that how we as humans decide that someone is intelligent. In school or college, a student studies large volumes of data, textbooks, notes, examples. Then the student writes an exam. The student answers the questions correctly, and if the student gets higher marks, we say that the student is intelligent, right? So if you get more than 80% in an exam, your teachers say, yes, you are intelligent. So our education system measures intelligence as the ability to learn from past data, apply the learning to new questions, and repeat performance consistently. The ability to reduce mistakes over time. So, what exactly does artificial intelligence do? AI studies large data sets, it is tested on new inputs, it improves accuracy with practice, and repeats tasks with speed and consistency. The difference is humans learn from books and experience, but machines learn from data, right? So you might say that yes, our human data is in the books, and data is manufactured during experience. Very true. But here for machines to learn, we actually need the data to be present in data format, digital format. So artificial intelligence is the ability of a machine to learn from data, answer questions, make decisions, and improve performance over time in a way that appears intelligent, right? So this is the part one, which where we are covering the foundations, and we have just answered our first question, which is what is artificial intelligence. So what we have said is that we start off when we look at artificial intelligence, we start off with narrow intelligence, which is also known as machine learning, and we will come to questions around that. Then we go to general intelligence, and then finally, the aim is to reach super intelligence. Okay, so with this, let us progress further. How does a machine become intelligent? So, how does really a machine become intelligent? If we have to answer this question, we have to know that a machine does not become intelligent by magic. It becomes through a process called training, right? However, there is a major shift from the traditional computing aspect that we have. So when we look at old way, which is programming, the human writes the rules, the computer follows the rule. If the rule is wrong, the output is wrong. For example, if income greater than 50,000 and credit score greater than 700, then approve the loan. Okay. If we write the logic like this, what happens is the system can approve or not approve a loan. But this approach breaks when the data becomes complex and the rules become too many. And some exception cases rise. Like you might say, for salaried employees, we can actually do it at 25,000. Now, in artificial intelligence, we do something very different. Instead of giving rules, we give examples. So, 1,000 past loan applications we can load into the database. Each application has customer details and a final decision, which is either it's approved or rejected. The machine looks at all the examples, finds the patterns, learns the relationships, and builds an internal model. Then we ask the machine, here is a new applicant with this data. What should we do? If the answer is wrong, we correct it, the model adjusts, and the accuracy improves. So, this is how exactly humans also learn, right? We practice, we get feedback from our teachers, and then we improve the way we work. The key idea is AI systems are trained and not programmed. So, we must remember this. Just like humans, the AI system is trained and not programmed. Why this matters for managers? Because mistakes are often data problems, not code problems, and the bias comes from the training data. Performance depends on data quality. So they say this word garbage in, garbage out. We must remember that. So managers must ask what data is being used? Is it representative of the right data? Is there a bias in it? And is it recent? Like sometimes very old data can have a certain flow which is now not seen in the current date. Okay. So here you can see some images which can help you understand what we are talking about. The third question is artificial intelligence the same as machine learning? Okay. This is a question some of you may have, that is artificial intelligence and machine learning the same? Now let's answer this question. The answer really is no, artificial intelligence and machine learning are not the same. They are used interchangeably and they should not be. Artificial intelligence is the big umbrella. It refers to any systems that behave intelligently, mimics human decision making, and that can perceive, decide, or act autonomously. Because AI is the goal. That is what we aim for. Machine learning is a subset of AI. It answers the question, how do we make machines intelligent? Machine learning gives machines data, lets them learn the patterns, lets them improve with experience. So AI is what we want, and machine learning is the process of how we achieve it. There is another thing that you must have seen, which is called deep learning. You might think deep learning is the same as machine learning. Well, it really is in a sense, but deep learning is a subset of machine learning. It is that subset which uses neural networks. It requires large amounts of data, powers facial recognition, voice assistance, self driving cars, but it is expensive, it is less explainable, and it is not needed for every business problem. So, if we were to give a simple analogy, AI is the whole thing of becoming fit. That's the umbrella. Machine learning is going to the gym, one of the ways that we can become fit. While deep learning is advanced Olympic level training, which is not required for everyone. Really, on a normal athlete, that might be wasted. So you might say, very good, Subhashni, you've told me all this. Can you tell me machine learning in simple terms? Because, whatever we've discussed could feel a bit complicated. Now, here, this is what I would tell you. Machine learning in simple terms, if we are to look at it, it means learning from data instead of following some fixed rules, which was the old programming way of doing things. Earlier systems worked like calculators, smarter calculators, but like calculators. You needed exact inputs, exact rules, and exact outputs. But business problems are messy, and we know that, right? Customers behave unpredictably. Markets change. Data is noisy, lots of missing values, outliers. Machine learning accepts this reality. It says, let the machine observe the past and learn what usually works. What are the patterns? So, machine learning finds these patterns, generalizes from history, and predicts the future outcomes. I hope this is clear to you. So, you show a model 5 years of sales data, and you can be sure that it learns seasonality, trends, and anomalies. It predicts next quarter's sales. There is no explicit rule which is written by a human programmer. So, why is machine learning powerful? Because it can handle complexity, scale to millions of records, and improve with more data. It reduces human bias if the data is well curated. Why machine learning is dangerous? Garbage data means garbage intelligence. Biased data is biased decisions. Blind trust is poor outcomes. So, machine learning is a business leadership responsibility that we are doing everything to ensure that we are getting the best model. Most of the time, these things that we're talking about starts with great data. With this, I'll close the session. And for the next session, we are going to look at supervised learning. I hope you've liked this, and I do hope you will subscribe to the channel. Bye.